Hey everybody, it's Steve here. Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. In the last episode, we barely got through the Desert Palace with a atrocious performance against the Landmolas. In this episode, you know what that means? It's time for collection, and we have a lot of collecting to do in this episode. We're going to be getting all kinds of upgrades and new items and heart pieces and all kinds of shit. It's going to all start by getting all the way back to the witch's hut. If you recall, I don't know if you wouldn't recall, because I don't think we went over far enough, but there's a rock that's blocking our way from progressing any further past the house. And now that we have the Power Glove, we'll be able to make short work of that. And we'll be able to get up into the Zora's domain. Remember when I said that we're going to need those rupees? We're going to start spending them. The first item that we're going to head towards to get is the most expensive item in the entire game. You need 500 rupees for it. And with that I just got, we are totally maxed out at $9.99. So we'll have no problem getting everything that we need. Sneak up past here, back to the witch's hut, lift the rock, and we will proceed. Gosh, what else is going on? I guess something happened today that I can talk about, but I think that there'll be a point when we're doing something in just a bit that I'll be able to talk more at length about it. It's nothing big, don't worry. There's going to be a point where I'm going to have some time to kill, and that'll be more appropriate for talking. We're going to head on up into the water here. This is always kind of a strange area. You can actually walk right up off the screen in the water. I don't know why I always found that strange, but here we are in Zora's domain. Zoras were not always the friendly creatures that they came to be in the series. I'm going the wrong way. God damn it. This is another area of the game where I always go the wrong way, but it's usually not on this screen. It's usually on the next one. Yeah, but okay, whoa, Link, whoa, stop, Link, okay. Oh my god. Thankfully that will not be an issue in just a moment. The item we're going to get was going to allow us to actually swim in the deep water. So that won't be an issue anymore. It's right up here. We're going to meet, I believe he's like the King Zora, or he's like the head Zora. Do you have something to ask me? Yes. I want your flippers. 500 rupees. You drive a hard bargain, but gotta do it. Can't beat the game without it, so hand them over. And as a bonus, he's going to let us use the Zora's kind of waterway. There's like whirlpools around the world. I only use one of them, and I'm only going to use it once. So there's a lot of them. I couldn't even tell you where most of them even go. If you noticed on the way up, there was a heart piece over here, and now that we have the Zora's flippers, we can get it. This is one instance where we're not going to have 4 heart pieces before the next dungeon, which kind of sucks, because we're going to be going into the next dungeon with the same amount of hearts that we went into the last one with, but it's kind of the way it goes. So yeah, no more falling into deep water for Link. He can now swim in it, and that means that we can also get over in behind this waterfall. I believe Sahasrahla mentioned something about this when we talked to him. At least I think this was what he was talking about. The mysterious pond. We're gonna throw an item. I'm not using that boomerang anyway. I said I was gonna use it, and I'm not. So you know what? Who needs it? Get rid of it. No, actually, the fairy here gives you back something better, as she puts it, and you get the magic boomerang. So this one goes faster and farther than the old one. As long as we're here, we're also... I've kind of had enough of my shield. Yeah, I don't want it. Get rid of it. And once again, she's going to give us an upgrade to the shield, which now... I'm swallowing a lot. Oh my god. It now deflects fireballs. So all those fireballs that the Zoras are flinging at us, we can now deflect them. And just fireballs in general. Now that we've got those, this is the one warp I use, and the only time I use it. This takes you down to Lake Hylia, or Hylia. And this is going to take us to another interesting little pond. I want one more rupee, though. I want an even 500. You'll see why in a minute. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Couldn't have planned it better. This is the Pond of Wishing, Pond of Happiness. You're going to throw in, now you don't have to do this. These are upgrades for your bombs and arrows. If you want, you can upgrade them a little bit, all the way, or not at all. It's up to you. You throw in 20 at a time for the first time. Once you get up to that you've thrown in 100, Fairy's going to appear and allow you to upgrade either your bomb capacity or your arrow capacity. And after that, you'll be able to throw in 50 at a time, making the whole process a bit faster. You can upgrade your bombs up to a total of 50, your arrows up to a total of 70, and me being the completion whore that I am, I always feel the need that I have to do this when I play this game. You will never use that many bombs and arrows in this game. There's no need to upgrade them all the way, but I always do it. So this is the point where I was talking about having some time to have a little talk, because this is just repetitive and probably kind of boring to watch. So I've mentioned this before. I know that when so many times when I say my name, Steve, people think that I'm saying Keith, K-E-I-T-H, and it's not a coincidence anymore. It's not just a one-time thing. It happens all the time. It's to the point I don't understand why people think I'm saying Keith. Anyways, I'm at a Starbucks today. She asks for my name for my drink. I say Steve. Get over to where you pick your drinks up. I'm waiting, and she sets a cup down, and it says Keith on it. And so I'm instantly like, oh God, here we go again. She misunderstood me. She thought I said Keith. Before I can think any further, the guy next to me picks the drink up and walks out the door. I breathe a bit of a sigh of relief. I'm thinking, okay, well, his name was Keith. Alright, so she didn't get my name wrong. She sets down the next drink. The cup says Keith on it. I'm like, I say to her, I'm like, what drink is this? And it's not mine. It wasn't mine. And I'm like, by any chance was the other person ahead of me here, was his name Keith? And she was like, oh yeah, well, yeah, it's kind of funny, you both are. You have the same name. And I'm like, no, no, I'm not Keith. How many times do I have to tell people it's not Keith, it is Steve? So basically, I guess what made this time kind of different is that of all the times that people have thought that I've said Keith, this is the one time where there was actually somebody involved in the situation who was in fact named Keith. So this poor guy leaves with a drink that's not his. I have to wait while they remake mine for the one that he took, all because I'm so socially awkward that I must mumble or something when I speak to people, and I can't even say my name properly, apparently, for people to understand what I'm saying. So there's your story, and in the time I was telling it, we've upgraded our bombs to 30, our arrows to 35, and we're going to take a little detour up through the water here, because under the bridge, we're going to get our third bottle. I hope I have a story to actually tell. Like, I'm going to have to return to that pond like 3 times total to upgrade completely throughout the game. I don't know if I'll have a story every time. It was a pretty stupid story anyway. I just can't get over how it's one thing to misunderstand me when I speak or when I say my name, but that everyone misunderstands the same name. It blows my mind. You know, everyone thinks I'm saying Keith. Anyway, we got our third bottle from the mysterious person sleeping under the bridge. So we are down to 0 rupees. What are we going to do about that? Well, what we're going to do, and I don't know why I'm swallowing so much. I had some coffee. I don't know if that's doing it, but we're going to head, if you recall, way back in probably the first episode of this game, as we were rescuing Zelda from the castle. There was a wall that could be bombed during our escape route. At the time we did not have bombs, but now we do. So we're actually going to go back into the castle. Again, we can't just walk in through the front door. Am I going the right way? I am not. Once again, I'm not too far out of the way, but we need to get over this bridge. There we go. And outrun some more arrows and be awesome. And make up for my poor sense of direction. I want some more hearts. Do you have a heart for me? You do not. You have a rupee. We now have one. Anyway, we're going to have to sneak back into the castle. We are going to go in through the cemetery here. Up in the top left corner, there's a gravestone, which will be our entranceway. Wait a minute. No. No, I've got to get it from the bottom. But that is a dark stone. Oh, I can go through here. Okay. Wow. Why won't this open? You will open. Thank you. I'm dashing into it. You've got to push it. Anyway, this looks familiar. And it sounds familiar with that awesome music. I shouldn't be talking over it. So epic. But we're going to bomb the wall. And we spent 500 rupees. Well, we spent 1,000 actually total. We're going to get 300 of it back right here. Along with some more bombs. When we only used one. But there's no 300 rupees right there. Some more hearts. We're full again. And we can get out of here. All you're going to do is follow the same path that you took last time. When you were escaping with Zelda. See if I can't get some more rupees off these mice. Ow. And we are going to just go back to the sanctuary the same way we did last time. Wow, I am terrible at sword fight. I really am. I don't think I've ever really realized it until doing this. So I'm actually thinking about it. When I play with myself, I'm thinking, hey, as long as I get through the game, that's all that matters. But I'm terrible at hitting enemies with my sword. Hey, Zelda, what's up? Nothing? Still just hanging out here, sanctuary, that whole thing. It's such a strange concept to me, the sanctuary. Is that really how it was like back in olden days? That if someone was after you, for whatever reason, if someone was like chasing you and they were after you, and you just slipped inside a church, that means that you're instantly untouchable? Oh, well, call off the chase. They're in a church, sanctuary. Can't touch them. I mean, is that really how it was? Can you imagine that applying like today? You know, like the cops are like after somebody and they run into a church. Oh, nope. Whoa, wait, I don't want to do that. That's wrong. Falling down pits is wrong, Link. We want to go the opposite way. I'm thinking too much about sanctuaries. Oh, hey, it's an old man. And he wants us to take him with us. Okay. Sure. Tag along. Watch out for holes. He's going to warn us. Be careful. Don't seek the golden power. Well, we're going to do it anyway, whether you like it or not. If you're going to tag along, old man, don't tell me what to do. He has a granddaughter our age. Yeah. Yep, he's using the maidens. We know this already. I shouldn't be rude, though, because I really shouldn't be rude, because he is about to give us a very useful item as soon as we get him back home, which is right here. One of the most useful items in the game, and technically it's probably the most useful one. He's going to give us a magic mirror, and you will see its usefulness very soon. You feel like it's going to absorb you into another world. Another good thing about the old man is that if you come into his home, he will heal you. He's trying to open the way to the Dark World. He also mentions the Moon Pearl, which is the item that we're going to get from the next dungeon, which, again, will come in very handy. And it's something you definitely want to have. Something that you'll need to have. There's no way to beat the game without it, so... Death Mountain. If you recall from the first Legend of Zelda game, the areas up around Death Mountain where the boulders were falling on you, very hard to avoid. Well, they're hard to avoid here too. Just kind of take your chances. Before we go any further, we're going to hop off this cliff down into this cave right here, because inside is our next piece of heart. I think it's like kind of... yeah, you gotta go through a whole other screen, but... our second piece of heart on the way to the next heart container. Oh, and there's a Shahashasharlap pad. You must somehow make the way to the top of Spectacle Rock. Thank you. Thank you once again for telling us to do something that we are already currently doing. We are already currently heading to the top of Spectacle Rock. So is it not called Death Mountain? Is it really called Spectacle Rock? I never even stopped to think about that before. It's still Death Mountain to me. I don't care. So now we're going to go past the cave where we just were, where we will find a very strange pad glowing. Oh, let's go through it. And we're a rabbit. Okay. Whoa, hey, whoa, don't be rude. He mentions the Moon Pearl, the Tower of Hera, that's where we're heading. He's stressed out. So apparently this is, people are transformed into what is in their heart and mind. So apparently a rabbit is what's in Link's heart and mind. And this particular character is a ball because he's always changing his mind. I don't want to talk to you again. No, no, no. You're mean. Anyway, the mirror, as we will now see, warps us back to the light world. That's actually the dark world that we were in just now. For the briefest of moments, we'll be spending a lot of time there throughout this game. Only not as a rabbit. But anyway, here's the next tower. Everyone take it easy. Have a good day. Peace. I'll see you next time for The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.